money struggles are not always about how much we earn. It's always about the habits that we pick up as we grow up, and they affect our financial status without even us noticing them. Many of these habits are common in the middle class earners. They look normal and even responsible, and without knowing, they keep us in the cycle of where we work hard, we make money, but the financial freedom still feels far to reach. The good news is that once you know about them, you'll be able to adjust your life and be able to achieve the financial freedom that you need. Here are the 8 common mistakes that middle class earners make and what you can do about them. You think working harder is the answer. Many of us, when we are growing up, we were taught that we need to work hard in school, we need to work hard in life so that we can achieve our financial freedom. But this is not exactly the truth. In the end, we end up being caught in the cycle of where we work hard, we spend a lot of hours working, but we have not yet reached our financial freedom goals. The difference between middle class earners and wealthy people is that wealthy people work smart and not harder. They leverage systems, they invest in areas where money can work for them, and they work towards making sure that money can work for them without them being involved. And this is where you find people building companies, employing people to do jobs for them, leveraging other people's skills so that they can make money without them being involved in it. Think about common transport system like Uber. The people who invented Uber did not have a car, did not rent cars, did not have drivers, but they leveraged the system of technology where people can use their own cars to do the transport, while the system gets commission for every ride they make. This is one way of leveraging the system. Another way of leveraging investments is investing your money in stocks that can give you returns, or saving your money into high yielding interest so that the money can work for itself. Instead of focusing on working hard and having to work long hours so that you can meet your day-to-day needs, it's important that you create skill that you can use as a side hustle, increase your income streams, and also leverage the system. Think about a product or a service where you can invent or get into, where people can still pay for that service while you make money for it, and you are not directly involved in that work. Once you crack this code, then you'll be on your way to financial freedom, because most wealthy people have multiple streams of income and they have leveraged systems where they don't need to be involved. Once they invent something or create a product, it keeps on bringing them income. Another product that you need to think about is Microsoft. The owner of Microsoft is wealthy. They created a product which is being used worldwide, where people pay subscription every month, hence increase their cash flow. So they are not involved directly in Microsoft as it is when they were inventing it. The most they do now, they leverage skills of other people. They employ people to make the software better and improve it as consumers continue paying for subscription. The second common mistake is you upgrade your lifestyle the moment you increase your earning. And this comes in naturally. When you get that extra bonus or extra raise at work, you start feeling like, I need to upgrade the house that I'm living in, I need to upgrade the furniture, I need to upgrade my phone, I need to upgrade my car. Yeah, these things just happens naturally, and you may think they have no effect on your financial freedom, but in real sense it has, because when you get your increase in salary and then you increase your expenses, then it means you leave little or nothing to save. To break this cycle of depending on hand to mouth, or breaking from that cycle where you work hard, you get more money, you upgrade your lifestyle, is to maintain your lifestyle as it is when you get an increase in income. And when you do that, you leave a lot of money, or a good number of money, where you can invest in other things. You can start a new business, you can invest in stocks, and you can also save that money in a high yielding interest account. Another reason as to why you should not spend all that you make is you need to have an emergency fund, because unexpected expenses always come up. And when you are spending all the money that you are making, when these unexpected expenses, emergencies come, you will fall into debt because you do not have a buffer to hold you through that difficult time. And wealthy people understand this fact, and they always make sure that they have an emergency fund where they can access money in the event of an eventuality or circumstances that need money to solve that situation. Another reason is you need to put aside the money that you earn, or have that saving culture, is to have money to leverage into businesses when opportunities come up, because people are always selling their businesses when they have financial stress, and you can take this as an opportunity for a business owner who wants to sell their business because they are in a financial crisis, and you can use this money that you had saved to buy that business and make it another source of income. The third mistake is you rely too much on a single source of income. Majority of millionaires and wealthy people know that you cannot become wealthy by relying on one source of income. Yet a lot of middle class earners rely on one source of income, which is their paycheck. And when something happens, maybe it's a company layoff, or like COVID happened, there is global something that is affecting finances for most companies, and you get laid off, then it shakes your entire financial status. You go back to zero because you have nothing to fall for. Most of the millionaires and wealthy people have multiple streams of income. They don't have one, they don't have two, they don't have three, but multiple sources of income. And the best place to start for you is to have a side hustle. To have a side hustle where you can have gigs like in freelancing or something extra from your paycheck is one step towards your financial freedom. And when you start embracing the culture of having side hustles, you will find yourself understanding the tactics and tips that you can use to improve. If you fail in one business, then you can start something else, and in the process we learn what people want, what services people are willing to pay for, what products people are willing to pay for, and then you continue in that journey of side hustle. And with time you may even break away from your 9-to-5 job and focus on your multiple sources of income. And one thing that you need to understand is when you're building wealth, you need to leverage other people's skills so that money can continue working for you without you being involved. If you have no idea on which side hustle to start, I have pinned a video on side hustles that you can start today down below. Go ahead and watch it and get to understand what kind of side hustles are available, and then choose the one that matches your desires and your service in the area that you are specialized in. The fourth mistake is you see debt as part of normal life. A lot of middle class earners are always in debt. It could be a car loan, it could be a mortgage, it could be a land loan, or just simple credits like shopping on credit and all those kind of loans. The problem is when you are applying for a loan, you just see the amount that you'll be given to sort the issue that you have. But the loan that you'll be given has interest, and some loans even have high interest. In the end, you end up working hard, but you have nothing to show because majority of your money is going to those loans that you are servicing. And loans are not entirely bad, but when loans are taken with a strategy and understanding how you are going to pay back that loan, and using loan to generate income, meaning you're using loan to expand a business that you have already tried and you have seen that it's working and you are getting income. To expand such kind of thing is a good thing, but taking a loan to buy liabilities, it will continue keeping you in that cycle of middle class earners where you just live from paycheck to paycheck. The fifth mistake is you save what is left after spending. And for the longest time, I also used to do this. I used to spend first and then I save. And this was leaving very little or nothing to save, because sometimes you could spend, you see something nice you want to buy, you spend on clothes, you spend on going out, on lunch, on fast food, and then when you look at what has remained, you just say, I cannot save this one, this money is too little. But I've experienced a game changer in my saving journey when now I save fast. When I get an income, I save fast, then now I spend, and it has tremendously changed my saving habit and improved my savings. When I look at them at the end of the year, I'm proud of myself, because these days I save fast, then I spend. And this looks like a very subtle habit that you are like, no, but I know the amount I want to save, so I can still spend. But the truth is, you will end up spending more, and whatever is left is little. You will convince yourself, I cannot survive without this little money, because I still have things that I need to pay for. Maybe it's logistics to go to work and everything. And in the end, you end up saving little or nothing. Start changing your saving culture. As soon as you get money, put aside the money that you need to save. You need to know the percentage. Save the money by percentage, because when you save by percentage, it means, let's say you say 10% of whatever you make. When you receive 10,000, you know it's 1,000 that needs to go to your saving. When you receive 50,000, you know it's 5,000 that needs to go to your saving. The benefit of saving with percentages, you will see your savings grow as compared to saying a fixed amount of saving. Let's say it's 5,000 and you make 10,000. You will find it difficult to remove 5,000 from that 10,000 to your saving. But when you say it's a percentage, then it will be easier for you even to keep up with the saving culture, because when you earn more, you save more. When you earn less, you save less. The sixth mistake is you focus too much on cutting costs. While cutting costs appears to be the first step to improving your financial habits, then it's a step. It doesn't mean your entire financial strategy should rely on saving cost. You need to leave room also for yourself to enjoy life, to go and buy something that you love, to go and buy that clothes that you have always wanted. But when you focus on only saving, then it means that your financial strategy will fail in the long run. The best thing to do is to increase your income so that you can increase the amount of money that you save. And most of the wealthy people understand this principle of increasing your income so that you can increase your investment and your saving. And this habit or this strategy works all the time. Start shifting your focus to increasing your skills. You can increase your skill set so that you can be paid more in your work, or increase your skill set so that you can take side gigs that can help you increase your income. The seventh mistake is you think owning a home is a good investment. Well, for many years, we all know that owning a home is a great investment. It's a great move. It's a great move also to reduce the money that you pay rent. But this is not exactly the truth, because when you think about it right now, you are in a city where you are working and going to work. You have children who are also going to school in the nearby areas. But when you think about where you are going to build a home, it's far from the city, it's somewhere interior, and you'll find where you have built the home, it's far from where you work, it's also far from where the children are going to school, and also there is limited good schools. A number of good schools are limited in that area. So what happens is when you move from your rental and you go to where you have built your home, your costs of expenses will rise, and it can even be 3 times or 4 times what you're spending while you're in your rent. And the reason is clear, because now you're paying more fuel to go to work, you're also paying more transport for your children to go to school, you're also paying more, obvious, for house labor. When you move to a bigger house, now you pay more. And another thing is maintenance of that house. It's on you. You are the one to sort anything that goes wrong in that house. That means the expense will go high. And definitely if the children's schools are limited that are good, then it means the school fees is also high. So before you think about moving to your new home that you have built, you need to calculate the entire cost, how it's going to affect your budget. Because if you do not do this mathematics well, you will end up paying more than what you are paying when you are renting. A tip for this is what wealthy people do. They build homes and they rent them. So if you have that desire to build a home, you're like, maybe if work doesn't go right and I want somewhere that I can have a home, it's okay. Go ahead and build that house and then rent that house. So you can continue living closer to work and closer to where your children go to school, and you can clear that rent that you have with that rent that you are getting from the rented house, and in the end it becomes an asset. And majority of wealthy people, they have invested in real estate, and this appears something that you feel like you'll sacrifice a lot for, but once you start building, you start renting that house that you have built and live in the city, it will motivate you to even build more houses and become someone who is directly invested in real estate. You'll end up building more houses, rent them, and continue increasing your cash flow. And this is a step towards increasing your financial freedom. The eighth mistake is you trade your time for money instead of building wealth. And this is common in middle class because we trade our time. Yeah, we have to go to work so that we can get paid. If we don't go to work, then we don't get paid. Well, a job is a good thing. Like I said, you should use it as a stepping stone towards increasing your sources of income. And one way of building wealth is investing in stocks that have high dividends. You can save also in high yield account returns, or the money that you save, you can use it to buy a business that is on sale within your city, and you can see potential for that business. Another thing is you can use that income that you get from your job to save and start another business that you can see that people are willing to pay for. Instead of relying solely on your income, shift your mentality, shift your mindset, and start looking into opportunities, into business opportunities. What side hustles can I start? What businesses can I open? And then leverage that to increase your source of income. One thing that you need to know is if your income solely depends on your time and effort, then it means you are limited to becoming, to achieving your financial freedom goal. This is because it's you that you are trading time for money. So if you're not able to trade that time for money, then it means your entire financial system is shaken and it's unstable. Financial success isn't about the money that you make, but it is solely dependent on how you manage the money that you make. And these habits that I've discussed, they appear natural and very immune. They don't look like they are affecting your life until you actually think about them, or until someone mentions to you and breaks them down how they are affecting you from getting to your financial freedom. The good news is, after listening to this video, you can start changing your habits one after another. You will not wake up tomorrow and once you have opened your business and wake up tomorrow and find you are successful. No, it's one habit after the other. It's now looking at the first step, obvious, is cutting costs so that you can save more. And when you do that, now what you do with what you save more is what determines how much money you start making without you being involved. You have the power to change these middle class habits and become more closer to your financial freedom goal. And thank you so much for watching this video.